All right, we are live. Hey, everybody, my name is Steve Moran. I'm here with my good friend, Doug, the BTC guru.
Hello, hello.
All right, and we're here to talk about all things exciting with Bitcoin and digital currency and blockchain, all that kind of cool stuff. And there's just an awful lot of stuff happening right now in the marketplace with Bitcoin, isn't there, Doug? Tell us some of the headlines we can start talking about today.
Yeah, you and I were just discussing off camera about all the major banks, the Mellon Bank, J.P. Morgan, just all the large ones. Goldman Sachs, thank you. That was the other one. They all have been prepping for about 6 months now in the second quarter of 2021, which started in April 1st, to offer to their high-end clients, people that deposit $5 million and up with them, Bitcoin as an investment property. And so these guys, these sales guys that work for these Mellon banks and these the Morgan Stanley and such, these guys are good. They're the best of the sales guys.
These are Wall Street bankers that bank 7 figures a year, at least, right?
Yeah. When you ask somebody, hey, what do I do? And they say an investment banker, that's these guys. That's who we're talking about here. So They've been prepping and they've been watching Bitcoin charts for the last 6 months, and they're itching to get their hands on their clients' money to get in there, because they make commission off the growth of their clients' money. And
they make an upfront commission also. They make an upfront and they make a percentage of the back end.
Yeah, they front load it, plus they get it on the growth. And they're looking at Bitcoin and saying this growth is tremendous. It's doubling every so many months. And that's just, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And they let them loose April 1st. Okay. So they're calling up their high-end clients, and they've been working all weekend. So, but my whole point is, and there's $1 trillion of buying coming in these next 30 to 45 days into Bitcoin. So watch out.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be insane. The thing that's interesting about that is that typically, you think of the people that are using like Goldman Sachs and stuff, and they're getting to take advantage of different IPOs and different things like that, right? You typically see them as having a better opportunity than the little guy. Okay.
Right.
But what you and I were just talking about is the Bitcoin that they're going to be buying. They're going to be buying that from like Coinbase or Bitstamp. I mean, they're going to be buying it from an exchange. Okay.
Yeah.
So the person that they're selling it to, okay, is going to actually get less Bitcoin than they could if they were buying it on their own, okay? And they're not entitled to 100% of the profits as they keep moving forward, because the investment banker is going to be keeping some of that profit also.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, the little guy right now is in a better situation than the big guy, because the big guy is going to get taken advantage of.
Right. And that's the beauty of what you and I are doing, Steve, is we're providing that education. So all of us, the little guy, the small business owner, that's who we're talking to here, and can get into the Bitcoin, learn about it, and grow their wealth and outgrow inflation and, the devaluing of the dollar, all that stuff that we've been going over. And we'll be talking about that again. You're on the same playing field. And here's an interesting note. I've been studying for the last 4 or 5 days this huge movement that's happening with the institutions and governments moving into Bitcoin, and their normal method of operation, their normal MO, is to call up their buddies and say, "Hey, we want $3 billion of this asset at this certain price." Well, they tried that with Bitcoin, and nobody took their calls. Everybody said, "Go jump, we're not selling." Go to the exchange like everybody else and go buy it yourself. And that's what's happening, which puts, you and I on the same playing field as these multi-billion-dollar firms that are, buying for their clients and such. And that's the beauty of the blockchain, is it levels out the playing field, that the small guy running a little basket weaving thing in the middle of Africa or some other country, and to the guy on the Wall Street, all the same playing field. I love it. I love it.
It's exciting. I was reading today, how McDonald's always has like their Monopoly game, like for cash and stuff, right? I was seeing that Chipotle just came out with a deal where they're going to be giving away $100,000 in Bitcoin.
Yeah. It was started on April 1st with everybody thought it was April Fool's joke, but it wasn't. Yeah, I got the same. I got the same email. I thought that was. Yeah, you could go buy a burrito. They go. It's called Bitcoin and burritos, and you go buy a burrito. You get entered to win some Bitcoin, which is pretty cool.
Right. So everything's just really changing so fast. Why don't we run through some of the headlines you got prepared for us?
Let me bring it up here. Give me 1 second. I got to move something right down here. Just talk amongst yourselves. Like almost there. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. What's exciting, everybody, is that when Doug starts talking about all of these big investment banks going to start bringing in all of this, people going to come in and start buying Bitcoin. What you got to understand is there's not a lot of people out there selling Bitcoin right now. Okay.
Right. Absolutely.
And when you have way more people coming in to buy something than you have people selling it, that's going to drive the price up really pretty rapidly. We could see a really big jump here in the next 60 to 90 days, right, Doug?
Oh yeah, and it's starting today. There's you could go look at any headline saying, well, we're just waiting for it to happen because of the buying pressure. But let me share my screen here. Okay, you can see that, right, Steve?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So we were just talking about the headlines of CNBC about the Mellon Bank offering Bitcoin to their clients. This is Yahoo Finance with Goldman Sachs doing the same thing, second quarter of this year. This is Morgan Stanley on the Motley Fool saying they're offering Bitcoin packages to their high-end clients. Their high-end clients, just them.
Right.
Oh, you and I could go out and buy it anytime we want, which is awesome. And then here's something that's truly amazing. And so Kathy Wood, she's well known in the investment world. She runs funds and she has a pretty successful fund for that she manages. And she said that $1 trillion of Bitcoin total value of you take all the existing Bitcoins times the price. That's what they call the market cap.
Which is what is it right now, Doug? What is it about?
It's at 1 trillion right now. So basically, at 60,000 or 59 plus, between 59 and 60, it's at 1 trillion thing. And then in this the next article I showed down here, Bitcoin, and she says the same thing. Bitcoin goes to $100 trillion valuation. This is the market strategy CEO. Is nothing. That's basically, this is going to happen. It's going to go from 1, which is at where it's at now, and it's going to go up to 100. So let's look at that. What does that mean to you and I? So here's where some really cool. It's just you're just moving the decimal points. It's kind of like it's just math. That's all it is, and it's beautiful. That's
all it is. It's math.
Beautiful math. So let's just take it's at $60,000 per Bitcoin, which is it's about what it is right now.
Right.
And so it means, you could break down Bitcoin into what they call Satoshis, which is 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. And so that means right now, one Bitcoin is worth at $60,000 per Bitcoin, 0.0006 cents of US cents per Satoshi. All right. Okay. And let's say you take $100 and you put it and you buy some Bitcoin, which gives you 0.0017 Satoshis. All right. So let's establish that. So now let's say the market cap of Bitcoin over the next few months, which is completely possible, grows to $10 trillion. So you just move that decimal place over 1. So now each Bitcoin is worth $600,000 or per Satoshi 0.006. So that $100 or that 0.0017 Satoshi is now worth $1,000, right?
Right.
Now that with prediction by MicroStrategy that he thinks it's going to go 100 trillion plus, even past that. But let's say over the next 12 months it goes to $100 trillion. So now each Bitcoin is worth $600K or $6,000K or $6 million per Bitcoin. The Satoshis is worth 6 cents per Bitcoin. Your $100 that you spent to buy that 0.0017 Satoshi is now worth $10,000. This is the future of your investments that you could do today. And we can help you do that. We can share the knowledge of how to go open an account. I'm going to quit sharing here. Give me a second. will pop back in. Thank you. Appreciate that. So this is why Steve and I are here, is to help you get on that train that I just showed you, that potential of just watching those decimal places. That's all you have to do is move that decimal place and watch your hard-earned money, your U.S. dollars were getting devalued, grow to where you're outperforming getting your buying power is growing at such a tremendous rate that you got a big smile on your face every time you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Doug, it just comes down to the video we showed last time on the evolution of currency. Right now, there is only about 18.5 million Bitcoin in circulation, and probably about 10% of those are missing, is what the guess is. Maybe even higher than that. And the final Bitcoin won't be mined until about 2040. And when that happens, there'll only be 21 million total Bitcoin ever. Okay. So that's why these valuations are going to happen. It's not like, you can't go print more of them. It's not like the government can go out and just print another $2 trillion for some other deal that they want to. This is where the power is in this guy. So, when all of a sudden these big institutional investors start coming in, and these guys, think about it, Goldman Sachs, when they go out and do an IPO raise, when they get excited about something, they go out and raise billions of dollars at a time,
Yeah.
So, and you get everybody doing the same thing and everybody's buying, but nobody's selling. We're in a situation right now where the market's going to start to move. It's going to start to move here pretty quick. And it's going to be pretty crazy what it looks like around Christmas time, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the time to get in is now. And I hope that was communicated to you. And it's real simple to jump into Bitcoin, and Steve and I can help you. Put in the comments, let us know what you need to know. Subscribe to whatever you're watching us on, subscribe and follow and all that good stuff. But communicate with us. We got our websites up here. You can get us through that. And let us know, hey, I want to do this, and we can help you do this. We can help you get your wallet open. We can help you buy your first Bitcoins and go on from there. And we can help you actually show you how to generate more Bitcoins for you and your family and your future and all that stuff.
Yes. One of the most important things out there right now is really kind of sharing this with other people out there, because the people that need to learn how to do this are already out of school. They're not going to school. They're not seeing this. A lot of people have heard about Bitcoin, but then, they don't know where to get it. They don't know how to get it. They don't know how it all works, anything like that. And we're here to answer your questions. So if you like the content here, please share it. Please, comment. If you got questions, please ask. We're going to try and be here about 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. That is our goal, I think, is what we're going to try and do. And if we're not here, we'll be here sometime during those times. So, be here answering all your questions you've got. You got anything else to add today here, Doug?
Yeah, this is a great time in day and age. We're talking to you, anybody who wants to change their financial future, and present and future. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter your geography. Nothing. That's the beauty of this blockchain Bitcoin. It levels the playing field, and you can take control of your own future. The U.S. government, I was doing some study on Social Security, and, originally Social Security was for the World War I widows, the people who lost somebody in the war. It was to help them to get back on their feet and take care of their living expenses. And then that grew into, what it is, we have to put more and more money into it and all that kind of stuff. And it only worked. It worked great for that first generation, but ever since then, it's, the money's gone. And so I know, I'm 56, coming up to retiring years, or, Social Security retiring years. And I know there's a lot of people like me. I know there's a lot of people in their 60s and 70s that are hearing this. And, you're living on Social Security and you're barely making it. This is a way you can take that just little chunks of money and turn it into something that will actually change the rest of your life. Whether you're 18, whether you're 70, this is for you. And Steve and I can show you how to do this. This is what we're here for. The more people that give power to Bitcoin, the more powerful it's going to be. It's like any type of commerce. It's the people that make it valuable. The U.S. dollar, any dollar or lower or any type of method of commerce all over the world, even gold. It's the people that put the worth into it, and that's us.
The other thing that's interesting about this too, Doug, is that there is such a large percentage of people around the globe that can't even get a bank account.
Yeah.
Right? That really can't even get a bank account, where anybody can get a digital wallet. Okay.
Yes.
Anybody can get a digital wallet. So that means that everybody can get and can access Bitcoin. A lot of people, I mean, if you have a bunch of money and you want to keep some cash liquid and you want to put it in your bank, you can't even get any kind of a return on it by doing that. Okay. You can literally take this and you can, put some reserves and hold it in Bitcoin and have it start to have it grow and appreciate. And anytime you need access to it, you just sell a little bit of it and you transfer it over to your credit cards, and you can pay your bills. It says, I mean, it's a way to, I feel banks don't seem to have much of a future anymore to me.
Not in the blockchain world, and that's why they were resisting it up to this point, and now I think they're saying we're just going to join it because resisting it did not work. Resisting
it can't work. And joining it is like what? Then they're going to let you buy Bitcoin, and they'll be the same thing. It's like, now you can be like Goldman Sachs. You can go in there and you can pay fees, okay, to do that.
Yeah, little to their clients. No, it takes literally minutes to open up a wallet, download a wallet, go open up an account on an exchange, and buy your first Bitcoin. Super simple. In fact, you don't even have to go to exchange. Most wallets have it built in.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to kind of take your control of your finances back.
Yes.
Never have anything there. There's also a lot of people out there that, some people out there worry about keeping money in the bank because maybe they owe the IRS money, or maybe they've got a creditor that can come and attach them and things like that. And I mean, with Bitcoin and things like that, you never have to worry about stuff like that. So I mean, it's like, so when you start thinking about all the people that really start to understand, God, I never wanted to do this anyways. I mean, you've got all these different sectors of people that are going to start putting money into Bitcoin that never put it in there before, what was it? On the video I created that we showed last week, it said if just 1%, okay, a lot of people put their money offshore, right? Because they have tax benefits. If just 1% of offshore money went into Bitcoin, 1%, that would take one Bitcoin worth $2.8 million.
Yeah.
And that's without any of the other things we're talking. That's not without the Goldman Sachs. That's not with any of these other things out there, because the offshore money is already out there. It's offshore. Yep. Goldman Sachs doesn't have that money, or would be onshore. Okay, so
and the key to this too is education, and that's why Steve and I are here. You have to get with freedom comes responsibility. With responsibility, you got to get educated how to do it properly, because it's real simple to do, but it's also there's some stuff you got to protect yourself against.
You've got to protect yourself against swings. We would never tell you want to take all of your savings and put it into a Bitcoin. Okay, that would not be the smartest thing in the world to do.
But we're not giving financial advice here. This is just two business guys, Steve and I, talking. So
right. But one of the things you can do is you can literally buy USDT, Tether or something like that, and it's still going to retain the dollar value. Just like your dollar, just like your fiat currency does.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you can still protect yourself on that realm. Lots of different ways to go. And we're here to answer whatever kind of questions you've got. So it's been a good day today. Anything else to add, Doug?
That's it.
All right.
Get educated with Bitcoin, and this is the place to do it.
And, hey, we're going to also show you how you can earn Bitcoin while you learn. Okay. So, come back and see us again. We hope to see you back here. We'll be here again tomorrow morning about 8:00 Pacific Standard Time. And until then, make it a great day, and let's all go get some Bitcoin.
Take care.